So welcome back to Never Lost Outdoors. We are currently at the Never Lost homestead, I guess we'll call it. And as you can see, it is a very nice day. This is mid-September. I don't know. It's not supposed to be like chilly yet typically. Normally around this time of year here in central West Virginia, it's usually pretty spicy all of September, we'll call it. Usually around October the 1st, 3rd, 5th, it'll start cooling down enough. But what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of this nice weather. We're going to do a little motorcycle camping and see if we can't cook us up something good for dinner. I haven't been to the store yet. So what I got to do is throw a couple things on here, try to be minimalistic, but not forget anything. Because some of you know that ride motorcycles, you can't fit a lot on here. Even with saddlebags, you still can't fit as much as you would like for like camping typically. So I'm gonna round up a few things and get on the road, give you guys a little update on the old camp truck. Still have that thing. Nobody wants it, which is kind of surprising because I'm down to like, I don't know what I put it on there for, 1,700 bucks. I feel like for 1,700 it would be a good parts truck if nothing else, but I guess the transmission issue is just scaring everybody off. As you can see, the camper top has been sold, and I took the black aftermarket wheels off, sold those. So that gets me back a little cash that I had in the thing. That stuff wasn't necessary by any means, but for me, for camping, the camper top was. But I got the money back I put into that, and I think I even made a couple dollars on it. I don't remember now. I think I made a few bucks on the wheels, so I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna have a permanent lawn ornament sitting around here. And I also have another new camp vehicle, possibly in the near future. I'll explain a little more on that here in just a few minutes, because I'm gonna need some of your guys' advice here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my stuff I wanna take with me here. We're gonna throw it on this thing, and we're gonna go down the road. So as you can see, we got a pretty nice little campsite going here. We're like back in this cove. Nobody else here. I didn't actually see anybody else tent camping, so it should be a pretty peaceful night, really. It's getting a little later in the evening, so I think I'm gonna try to find me some firewood, a couple sticks. Need to get us a fire going. This is one tiny picnic table. So you can see that fire's going pretty good, so I think it's about time for a new camp soda. Never had one of these. Pacifico, Clara, some kind of cerveza, I don't know. Brewed in Mexico. 4.4%. I highly doubt it's a twist off, but maybe. No. Milwaukee knife to the rescue. Not had a cerveza in a minute. I typically would go for, I guess, Modelo, maybe? I don't remember. One of those I like pretty well. I don't hate Corona, but it's a lot better with lime in it. That is not that bad, actually. Got a little skunkiness to it. Kind of puts me in mind of Corona a little bit. Not awful. It's not amazing. I don't know, I wouldn't have any more of them, but I think one will do for now. I don't know, I give it like a 5.8. Not the best camp soda I've ever had. I don't have any new snacks to try this week because I just haven't seen anything new recently. That's all right, we don't have to have one every single week, but I do have something pretty different planned for dinner. As you could tell from the little grocery store trip, it was just a bunch of random things I've grabbed and threw in the cart. But I do believe it's going to come together pretty well. Sun's getting a little low in the sky, but we don't need anything too extreme for this dinner. I believe we can just kind of throw everything in some foil, set it in the fire, and it should cook pretty well. I don't want to try to pack too much on the bike, obviously, so try to go with something a little different, a little tasty, and something easy to carry. I do have a couple things for breakfast as well, so you have to stay tuned for that. The old Sportster doesn't haul a ton. The saddlebags aren't very big, but I think I have enough with me to have a good evening, that's for sure. I found a few more pieces of firewood back here. It's already cut up and everything. The day gets better and better. Super nice weather, no rain in the forecast. I think it was like 81 when I left the house, so should be a very nice night to hammock camp. So we're going to string that thing up here in a little bit. It was definitely nice to ride the bike today. I can't believe it's middle of September before I got on that thing and made a video. This has just been one hectic and crazy summer for me. The trip in was definitely nice and uneventful. It's always a good thing. If you're thinking about getting into motorcycles, don't be a dummy like me and just ride in a t-shirt and pants. I know some of you out there might be noticing that I don't have proper riding gear, but I just don't ride that often anymore. Not like I used to, and I'm cheap and that stuff's expensive. What's the saying? Dress for the slide, not for the ride. But in all reality, a hospital bill would be a lot more expensive than some riding gear. I used to go on longer rides. I just haven't in a while. I believe the last long ride I went on was Ocean City for their bike week thing, which some of you remember that video. And if you did not catch that video, go back, look for that. Do a little walk around, a little riding on there. I honestly thought some of the motorcycle camping would be more popular, but some of you don't seem to like it all that much. But if I'm lucky, maybe I'll get to get it out at least one more time, maybe. I don't know. But even if I don't, you guys got to stick around, because if you're new to the channel and you like this kind of thing, hit subscribe, hit like, leave me a comment, all that good stuff. And stay tuned for future videos, because we do this every single week. Fall, winter, summer, every single week. We never miss one. So I got some winter camping planned for sure. Next month, I think I'll leave October the 1st. I am headed to the New England area. Is that what that's called up there? Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, all that. I know those states are kind of small and you can kind of bounce around. Well, I have to be up there for a wedding by the 4th of October. So be looking for some new content from a whole different place. What I'm thinking is maybe bounce around each week to a whole different state. Find some attractions, find some cool stuff. So if you're from that area, leave me some comments. Where should I go? Because for some of you that check out my other content on other platforms, you know that I do like food reviews and product reviews and all that kind of stuff. So I plan on hitting up some good restaurants and whatnot up there. I hear they have like really good pizza. I'm sure there's really good seafood, but I don't know where to go. So leave me some comments, maybe send me an email if you want. I need to start leaving that down in the description. If I can remember, I'll do that. I try to read all your comments, but sometimes I just don't get to them, or sometimes I can't see them. I don't know what's happening, but me and technology just don't get along. But I think I'm getting it back on track now to where I can respond to you guys in more of a timely manner. So I look forward to your comments and your tips and suggestions, because I cannot imagine how much stuff there is to do up in that area, and I don't want to miss anything. I think I'm going to be up there for, I know 2 weeks minimum, maybe 3. I don't figure the entire month of October, but you never know. What else? Oh, the new, I think I call it a new camp vehicle. It's going to be for October, because it's going to be most likely my transportation up there, because I've never been on a plane and I don't really want to fly up there and not have a car or a vehicle. I don't want to rent one, because that'll be ridiculously expensive. So I bought a 2013 Ford Taurus. It looks like this. Now, I'm not a car person at all, unless it's like fast or fun or something. And an all-wheel drive Ford Taurus is not. But fuel mileage wise, it would be way better of a road trip vehicle than that Suburban. Now, I can sleep in that thing. I would rather take it. But that thing has an 8.1 liter big block Chevrolet engine in it. That's not ideal for road tripping, so I think I'm going to park that. We're going to take the car. We're going to find some campgrounds. Probably do hammock camp. Maybe some tent camping if it's warm enough. It's going to be October. I don't know what it's going to be like up there. But I know here it'll be like probably high 40s at night. So it's not going to be ideal hammock camping and whatnot, but we're going to do some different things. We're going to have some fun, see some sights. I don't know, maybe find a hotel. It's hard to tell yet. When I named the channel Never Lost Outdoors, I really meant that, because to me, I'm never lost. I just wander. Doesn't matter to me what I'm doing. I can find something. So we're going to take that mind frame with us, and we're just going to explore and see where it takes us. All right, I think what I'm going to do, have a few more sips of this. Fire's still going. May start cutting up some vegetables and get this dinner going. I've not had one single bite of food today, and I'm getting kind of hungry. think it's about time we cut up some vegetables and whatnot. This is probably like dollar store, I'm guessing, aluminum foil. Looks like I better double layer it for sure. Yep, that's really thin. We're gonna wreck dinner. And I'm gonna triple it. All right. Start with potato. These are going to take the longest to cook, so I think what I'm going to do, cut these up fairly small. Something about like that, nice and small. Little onion. These don't need to be quite as small. When I bite into my onion, I kind of like the notes there. So we're just going to kind of dice it a little roughly like that. A little bell pepper. Throw in a little of this Cajun style andouille sausage. I know some of you have seen this on the channel a few times now. Still about the best like Cajun style or andouille sausage I've had. Go with about this much maybe. This foil pack is filling up awfully fast. I'm gonna go with this Kerrygold garlic and herb butter. I've heard good things out of Kerrygold, but I've never had it because I'm cheap, and this stuff was like $2.50 maybe. I don't know, something a stick. But I don't eat butter anymore. But you kind of got to have it for this. So we're going to give it a shot. It smells pretty good. I don't know if this is too much, not enough. You know, around here we don't really measure things, so we're just going to put the whole thing in. I took some of the filling out because it's just way too much and this will never close. Do a little couple ears of corn. I'm not the biggest corn fan.
I really like cone. I love cone. Cone.
But in like a crawfish boil or a Cajun cook like this, I kind of like it. Not really much room left in here for it, even after taking some out. I'm gonna try to fit them on here somehow or another. Now we're gonna go with some shrimp. One handful should be too much for sure. I don't know why I cook like I'm feeding 17 people every time. Finally, we're going to try this Cajun two-step fire. Everybody on social media seems to really like it. So we're going to give it just a pretty light coating because I don't know how salty this is going to be. We can add more later. All right, let's see if we can wrap this thing up even slightly. I don't think so. Yeah, I believe I'm going to have to do some more foil here. Go around this way, I don't know. We'll figure this out. All right, this is much better. I went this way now. So now I do believe fully sealed. This thing weighs like 3 pounds for sure. All right, if you've been watching for a while now, we've been going through this, I don't know, gas station, road stop, like variety pack of hot sauces. Well, I don't know what would really be the best for like Cajun food, but I know we have a Chipotle left, which makes no sense to me. I believe a habanero of some sort left, which wouldn't be bad, but I feel like we just had a habanero not too long ago. I don't know. Other than that, it was jalapeno. And there's nothing in there for spice other than like this whatever spice is in that Cajun two-step, which probably isn't a bunch. So jalapeno typically has a halfway decent flavor. So we're just gonna try that. Smells good. Not bad. Usually I like a jalapeno hot sauce flavor. A little vinegary on the afterbite there. Wow. Got a little kick to it actually, more than I expected. Wow, a lot of vinegar though. I'd say mixed in with everything else, that butter and all that stuff, it'll be just fine, but flavor-wise, it's pretty decent. That vinegar kind of ruins it. At first, it's like a 5 or 6 on flavor, 5.5 probably. That vinegar just keeps building. Kind of brings it down closer to like a 4.9 or so. It's probably about a 5-ish on heat. Definitely hotter than Cholula or Tapatio or something like that, but not by much. I don't hate that. Hopefully that's good on breakfast too. So I was gonna let you guys in on a little phone case review, I guess, situation. I don't know. I bought one of these 2.5 years ago. I don't know. Never had a body glove. Always go with OtterBox. But I gave it a shot and I was not disappointed. I'm gonna show you why. There's the back of it, see through. Definitely got some scratches on there. You can be able to see that. This is the front. There's literally a hole right there. And one right up here. The reason I like this one is because it has that built-in screen protector that no other case has now. You gotta buy like the glass one, stick it on your screen, and then you put like the back on. I don't like that because my phones take a beating for sure. You're not really gonna be able to tell. Like, I wish you could see just how scratched that thing is. Maybe kind of see that hole in there. I'm not sponsored by OtterBox, or not OtterBox. I'm not sponsored by Body Glove, but I don't really promote anything unless I really know it's halfway decent or I enjoy it or like it or use it or whatever. Got my money's worth. This thing was like 21 bucks after tax at Walmart. 100% waterproof, 6-foot drop, keeps dirt, snow out. I don't know. If you guys are looking for a good case, I'd go for this one. I literally got the exact same one again. Rarely ever buy something twice. Now, my last iPhone, I bought an OtterBox. It did just as well. So I bought another one then. And when I first got this phone, like that day, I went and bought this case. And I'd planned on getting an OtterBox and just never did. Well, let's just say this thing got some miles on it. So I will be saving money now by buying these because OtterBoxes, I don't know, like the good OtterBox is like 50 bucks now, isn't it? Way cheaper. So you can tell I definitely made a whole second pouch. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all that. I barely had room to haul anything here, but I'm gonna stuff it in there somewhere because you know I'm not gonna throw that stuff away. Now, it wasn't exactly cheap. I think that shrimp was like 5 bucks. I don't know, I don't remember. I'm sure it was every bit of 15 bucks, probably, for all that. Which isn't terrible if you think about it. There's enough there for, I don't know, probably 4 people. Maybe it is a budget dinner. I don't know. That stuff's been going for a while. It should be about done. Threw it in a skillet, set it up on the side. I don't want to burn it. And now we are starting some water for the ramen noodles. Never had Cajun, I guess I'll call them Cajun ramen. Yeah, I'm gonna call it Cajun ramen. I don't know, never had it. But I got a feeling it's gonna be tasty. All right, let's see how burnt and undercooked this is. It went for a while. I feel like it might be done. That's really hot. I should not be touching that at all. Yep, hot, very hot. Probably see from the steam coming out. Should wait, but I'm too impatient, so I'm not gonna. I don't know where the other seam is here. So hot. Keep touching it. Shrimp appears to be done. Oh, that might be perfect. Look at that. That is not that bad looking at all. Let's see here. What would be the most undercooked thing? A chunk of potato, probably. Cooked perfectly. Sausage is pre-cooked. I know that's good. Bell pepper. Done, obviously. Shrimp, I know is done. They take no time. That Cajun two-step is tasty. I do believe I'm going to like that. The corn should be done. I really don't feel like melting the teeth out of my head right now with it. You see that steam coming off? That's way too hot to bite into and hold. Oh, let's check on the ramen noodles. Then we'll try the corn. They're really hot too. Let's burn my mouth clean off. Chili lime with shrimp. I don't remember what these are called. Well, let's see if they're any good. Sure, they're fine. I actually really like these little foam cups, like the instant lunch or whatever. I don't know why, because they're like kind of garbage, but I like them. Yep, pretty warm. Not too bad though. You can definitely taste the lime. I don't really taste shrimp. Yep, that bite was hotter than the first one. Let's just stop doing that now. I like those. The beef and chicken are really good in this too. Just gonna dump the ramen right on this thing. Like so. This is, just look at that. That is way too much. That's enough for 2 people easy, just right there. All right. It wouldn't be my go-to for the hot sauce on this, but it's what I brought, so I'm going to use it. But it's not that bad. The little potatoes are really good. I'd say it's probably cooled down just enough to where my teeth may stay intact. It might just melt my fingertips off. So I think now we're going to try this corn. Cooked perfectly. I'm really surprised how well this turned out, because a couple times I could hear this like sizzling pretty aggressively. I thought it was burning, so I was like flipping it a lot and moving it around. Perfect. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm doing an extra little dash of this two-step one here because I didn't quite get enough. Hopefully it's not just straight salt. It doesn't taste overly salty. Sodium is 170 milligrams at 1/4 teaspoon at a time for servings. Stuff really ain't too bad though. I don't mind it. I might just like this better than the Slap Your Mother, or whatever it's called. All right, I'm gonna chew on this a little more until I can't physically walk anymore. There is zero chance I'm finishing this in one setting. Or maybe even in 2 days. Stand by. BRB. In case you're wondering how the second pack turned out, just as good.
You suck, you jackass! Jackass!
So hope this goes better than last time. That's way too hot to drink. That's not bad. I kind of figured that pumpkin would be all right. I mean, if you're into pumpkin, I like it. I'm not white girl sitting in a car in a Starbucks line for half an hour into it, like some people are. But I can get into some pumpkin here and there. Those little, so it's called Pumpkin Delights or something, like a little pumpkin cookie with a face on it. I think Little Deborah makes them. Those aren't too bad. Pumpkin's not overly sweet typically, so works out all right for me. I'll say one thing, it is a very nice morning, but that sun come up pretty hot and heavy, I'll say. Pretty warm pretty quickly. Could not have asked for a better night to hammock camp though. Did not get cold, didn't get hot. Well, until a minute ago. So, still very glad I did this. Very peaceful back in this corner for sure. All right, what I'm gonna do is dig out some stuff for breakfast. Got something a little different planned, a little untraditional maybe, but I think it's gonna be tasty. It feels so weird doing that. I don't know, like making pancakes or something. Got to kind of wait for that perfect goldness or whatever to flip it. I've done it a few times on the channel now. It's nothing like super new or exciting, but that's a solid option if you're looking to get rid of so much bread. I'd still like to compare calories or something between, like, I don't know, a cup of cheese and like a taco shell or 2 slices of bread. I don't know. They say it's better. Keto, I don't know. It's tasty. Gotta give it a try. Let's see if Cajun 2-step fire seasoned bacon is any good. Yep, that's tasty. Between that bacon and that cheese, getting nice and crispy. That's one crunchy taco. I think it's going to be just fine on here. I had bacon in the fridge, so I brought that to use it up. Some sausage on there would be really good. All right, I think that's going to wrap up this motorcycle camp trip. Thank you guys for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. I wanted to do a few of these this summer. Just too busy, I guess. I don't know. Always leaving at the last minute, never prepared. Somehow I actually did not forget anything this trip, and I have no idea how, because I always do. I like being kind of minimal on that thing. Way less of a mess to clean up. But it's a little more challenging jamming everything into those saddlebags and into a backpack and strapping it to everything and whatever. But still, good time, perfect weather. It was even fun getting old Coleman Jr. out, little burner thing. I haven't had that thing out in a while. One of these days, maybe next year, I would like to do, I don't know, like a long motorcycle ride somewhere. I wanted to go to Sturgis this year. That didn't happen. That would have been fun. Maybe next year I can just ride out there, make some videos, ride back. I don't know. If you're into this kind of thing, subscribe, like, do all that stuff. Leave me a comment. I enjoy talking to you guys. If it's your first time watching this channel, we do camping, DIY, recipes, reviews, fishing, get on the boat every once in a while, all kind of stuff. Surely there's something on here to keep you entertained. And next week, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not, but I think that tree over there, that huge sycamore, is coming down right on my head. Anyway, no idea what I'm doing next week yet, but I will be leaving for Connecticut. I don't remember where it is, Connecticut or Rhode Island, somewhere up in there, around the 1st of October. So again, give me some ideas of what to do up there. I am in a wedding. I don't know if I mentioned that before or not, but I am in a wedding. The buddy of mine that lives up there says you can be in like 3 states all at once. We're going to hit up Salem. We're going to go all over. We are definitely going to get our money's worth out of that trip. So would like to see some good sights, eat some good food, find some good campgrounds, stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. And I think that's it. I'm going to get this wild hog back on the road and go home. Thanks for watching.